Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to be looking at div-based websites. Div means the structure of the website, and you're going to learn what they are here today after we make the design. Now, we're going to be using a template, and the template looks like this. All it is an image of a website design. We're going to bring this into Photoshop, and then what we're going to do is recreate this using the layers in Photoshop, and then we're going to build our design, and it is going to be a department store website, make believe, of course, and then later on we're going to take pictures to add to the sub pages and whatnot. But for now we need to create the actual design of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my preview out here. And like I've always stated before, we always want to make a root folder for all the images that are going to be in our website, and that root folder is also going to contain any other image files that are going to be within our website. So I'm going to go to my you're going to go to your Z drive. I'm just going to open up my external hard drive here, and you can see I'm in my Dreamweaver folder. You may have a web design folder. Go to that. Just make sure it's on your Z drive, and then I'm going to create a new folder, and this is going to be div underscore website, and I'll put a 1 at the end because it's our first div-based website that we're creating. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and we're going to make another folder in here, and we're going to name this Design Documents. Now what we need to do is put that template file in the Design Documents folder. So I'm going to actually go back, right here. It's that preview file. If you haven't downloaded it from Canvas yet, please do so. And I'm just going to put this, actually I'm going to right click and copy it. Actually I'll cut it because I have it copied elsewhere. And I'm going to go to my div website 1, go to Design Documents, and just paste it right into here. Now what we want to do is bring it into Photoshop. So I'm going to open up Photoshop here. And what I'm going to do is go to File, Open. I'm going to go to my Dreamweaver site, find my div website 1, open up Design Documents, and click on Preview and open that image up. One good thing to have open whenever you're creating a website is the rulers. So the rulers are located under View. Just make sure rulers is checked. And then whenever you're working with websites, you want to have pixels specified on your ruler. So if you don't see little marks and your image is not around 800, then right click on the ruler and make sure pixels is selected. Okay, now notice that there is one background layer in here. So once we end up creating all of our layers, we are actually going to merge them down into one layer like you see here. So the first thing I want to do is open up a new layer. So click on the new layer button over here, and we're going to start with the base of the website here. And generally, if you are making your own design of a website, start from the outside in. So what I'm going to do, you can see the edge here, it is one solid color. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to fill this whole layer with one color, and I'm going to use a dark, kind of a medium gray color. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that color here. Click on OK. Obviously I'm not using the same color of this one because it's not my design. So I'm going to go ahead and click on here and fill that base layer in. Now a good rule of thumb is whenever you're actually kind of redesigning and using a template, you want to bring your opacity down to that base layer so you can actually see your template through that base layer. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start creating all these other elements here. You can see here it's a rounded area this way around. So we want to create a shape that's that same size. So what I'm going to do, if you click down here, you'll probably see the rectangle tool like this, but if you click and hold on there, click on the rounded rectangle tool, and generally the radius will be about 10 pixels. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to click up in this corner here, not all the way up in the corner. And actually, let's change our color first before we do that. I'm going to make a light reddish color for this. And as you start creating it, you may want to change the color scheme. So you can do that after the fact later. But I'm just going to pick this color for now. Click on OK. Now I'm going to start up here and then click and drag out. To right about there. That's pretty good. You want to see your gray border. I'll zoom in here. You can see I have a little bit more here than I do over here. That's perfectly fine. What we'll end up doing later on is cropping this image so that all you can see is just a little bit of this gray right where that rounded corner is. And the actual background of the website that we make in Dreamweaver will be assigned to this gray color. So let's go ahead and zoom back out a little bit here. Now, like I've explained before, we need to rasterize this layer that we just created because it's a shape. It's not actually a rasterized layer yet. So if you just right click on your layer here, just simply click on rasterize layer, and then it basically just makes it into as if we filled that area in with the paint bucket tool. So let's go ahead. You can see here there's that one and then the base one. So let's look here. I brought that up, but let's do an even 70 for the opacity there, and that's what we're going to bring all these layers down to. But we got to remember at the end we're going to bring the opacity right back up to 100% because we don't need to see through them at that point. Other than maybe a couple we might want to give a little transparency to. So I'm going to make that one 70 as well. Actually, since this red, actually I'll leave it at 70. That's fine. So leave that at 70. So what I'm going to do at this point is we need to start making some new layers for a lot of these other elements here. We're going to have a picture right here. We're going to have the name of, like I said, your retail business or your department store business right here. Here's your nav bar. Here is your content area. Down here is some there's a latest news section, which or just a text area. You could put almost anything really there. Since it's a retail site, this content area over here for the home page would be probably some new items, maybe the latest styles. If it, like, we're getting in the spring now. Actually, we've been in spring for a little bit now, so this might be some spring designs or summer designs. So that's there, and then we will always have a footer section down below here, which will always then have the copyright, and the copyright is usually whoever designed the website.